Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl 58.
The final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Flacco. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Second down, here's Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They run with Ford. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 4. Now it's Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
This is Ford. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. Bootleg. Flacco. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a couple there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now they'll audible to something else. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. That's caught at the 2. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Hunt is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, the return is Prochet. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. In that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Barely got that snap off. Flacco now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Flacco's throw there complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Passing play, Flacco. That pass complete to Moore. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They run for it with Hunt. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Kareem Hunt
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Browns continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Looking to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion right is Brown.
They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
Brown with his stick skills. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's out wide here for Robinson.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Swift.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll run with Hunt. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
And now an audible here into something else.
Here's Flacco. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Now it's Crowder.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Into space at the 45.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
They'll set up to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Flacco. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A carry here for Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This is Hunt. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Flacco. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Now Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Operating off play action. Flacco. Got a man here. It's Bryant. Touchdown, Browns. Harrison Bryant, 28 yards. And the Browns will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
There he goes, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
2nd and 10.
Now Flacco. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. This is the tight end, Njoku. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Hunt. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 37. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Play action. Flacco. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They run with Hunt. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Third down and 13. To pass, Flacco. Open man, that's Cooper. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Going quickly out wide to Moore. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Flacco looks to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He finds his man complete. That's 4th. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Flacco. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Flacco will take to the air again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Flacco's throw taken in by Cooper here.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Flacco from midfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Hunt will try going up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 here for Flacco. He's got the connection to Cooper. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Flacco.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Flacco.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
This is Ford. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Once more with Ford, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Yeah, we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Hurts. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here we go. This is 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory, as they have been outplayed tonight. On 1st down, Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This one caught by Crowder. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. And they're going to speed things up here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Khalid Kareem there defensively. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they take a knee.
as the dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
And now, on the clock, it's the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock. The New York Giants are now on the clock. On the clock now, the New England Patriots. Next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. It's the Detroit Lions now on the clock. On the clock now, the Chicago Bears. Next up, the Jets are on the clock. It's the Bears now on the clock. The 49ers on the clock now. And now on the clock, the Minnesota Vikings. It's now the Indianapolis Colts selection. On the clock now, the Buffalo Bills. The Denver Broncos are now on the clock. The Kansas City Chiefs now on the clock. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Los Angeles Chargers. The Baltimore Ravens are on the clock now. On the clock now, it's the Green Bay Packers. With the next selection, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. With the next selection, the Falcons are on the clock. It's the Cowboys now on the clock. On the clock now, the Los Angeles Rams. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. The Philadelphia Eagles on the clock now. The Cardinals on the clock now. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. Now on the clock, the Giants. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock. The Detroit Lions now on the clock. The Panthers are on the clock. The Green Bay Packers are now on the clock. The Chicago Bears are now on the clock. The San Francisco 49ers are now on the clock. The Colts now on the clock. It's the Buffalo Bills now on the clock. With the next pick, the Kansas City Chiefs are now on the clock. The Los Angeles Chargers now on the clock. Next up, it's the Packers on the clock. It's the Steelers now on the clock. It's the Atlanta Falcons now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Miami Dolphins. The Los Angeles Rams are up. They're on the clock. It's the Philadelphia Eagles now on the clock. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Tennessee Titans. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Up next, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. It's now the Arizona Cardinals selection. They're on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. The New England Patriots are now on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the Arizona Cardinals. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. Next up, it's the Broncos on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. The Green Bay Packers are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Miami Dolphins now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock.